Welcome to the SCR driver instructional video. In this video, we'll be going through what you need to know to be an excellent driver on the SCR network. This video will be broken up into two different parts, terms and a tutorial. So without further ado, let's get started. There are some terms that you should know before you start driving on the network. We're going to go through them right now. The first thing is signals. Signals are a focal point of the game, and they make sure that all the trains on the line don't crash into each other. Signals work by having different aspects or colors. In SCR, there are 4 different aspects: proceed, preliminary caution, caution, and danger. Let's start with proceed, aka a green signal. This is what it looks like, and when you see a green signal, that means you can proceed at line speed and there are no obstructions on the track ahead. The next is preliminary caution or pre-caution, aka a double amber signal. This is what it looks like, and when you see a double amber signal, that means that you can continue at line speed, but the next signal may be a caution signal. The next is caution, aka amber. This is what it looks like, and when you see this signal, it means that you should slow down to 45 miles per hour because there's either a station or a danger signal next. The final signal is danger, aka red. This is what it looks like. When you see this signal, that means you need to stop because there's an obstruction on the track ahead. If you pass a red signal, you will get spatted. SPAD is an acronym for signal passed at danger, and when you SPAD, your speed gets set to 0 and you must wait at least 20 seconds to start going again. That's it for the signals. Now we should move on to the AWS. The AWS, or Automatic Warning System, is the big circle with the signal beside it on your driving HUD. The AWS system has two different parts, the signal and the warning system. The signal just shows you what the next signal aspect is. The warning system, on the other hand, is there to notify you of any upcoming signals. If you have a proceed signal coming up, then it will make a ding like this. If you have a precaution, caution, or danger signal ahead, then the big circle will show an exclamation mark and it will make a long beep like this. When you hear that beep, you need to respond to it by pressing the Q key or clicking on the big circle next to the signal. If you don't respond, then you will get automatically spatted. The next thing we need to talk about is headcodes. Your headcode can be found here on the driving HUD, and every headcode consists of 4 characters. The first character is a number. This number is the priority of your train. The next is a letter. This is the destination of your train. And the 2 numbers at the end are 2 randomly generated numbers. For example, if I have the headcode 1V32, the 1 would be my priority, the V is my destination, and the 32 are the random numbers. Here are a couple of tables. The first is the priority system, and the second is all of the destinations and their corresponding letters. The last thing that we need to talk about are the stop markers that are on every platform. On every platform, there will be a stop marker that either has a number from 2 to 8 or an S. This is what they look like, and when you stop at a platform, you need to stop at the marker that corresponds to the length of your train. If there is no number for the length of your train, you need to stop at the S marker. For example, I'm driving a 5-car train and I pull up to a station and it does have a 5-car marker, so I stop there. Then at the next station, there is not a 5-car marker, so instead I stop at the S marker. That's it for the terms, and now we'll be moving on to the tutorial. To begin the tutorial, we will start with the driving HUD, then driving on the network after. I will break the HUD up into a few sections. Section 1 is general information, Section 2 is speed, Section 3 is features, and Section 4 is the AWS. Let's start with Section 1. Here is your next stop. Just below it is the distance to the next station and when you should be there. Here is your head code, and just beside it is a 24-hour clock based in either UTC or BST time, depending upon what time of year it is. And just below that is your lateness. If you're on time, it's green. Once you're late, it will turn yellow, then orange, then red, depending upon how late you are. That's it for Section 1. Now on to Section 2. This is Section 2, and it's made up of two parts: the throttle and speed. The bar on the left is the throttle, which you can control using either the W and S keys or the up and down arrow keys. Then on the right you have two numbers. The big one is your current speed, and the one on the bottom is your speed limit. That's it for Section 2, now on to Section 3. This is Section 3, and it's made up of 8 buttons. Going from left to right, top to bottom, here's what they all do. This one is for the pantograph feature, which is not in the game at the moment, but maybe at some point. This one is the map button. You can open your operator map by either clicking on the button or pressing the M key. This one is the horn button, and you can use it by either clicking on it or pressing the H key. The next is the timetable button. This will show you all of the stops in your route and tell you when you should be arriving there. You can open this by pressing the button or pressing the D key. This one is the camera button, and it will change your camera mode from first person to third person recentering and third person free. You can use it by clicking the button or pressing the C key. This is the doors button, and it opens and closes the doors at a station. You can use this by either pressing the button or pressing the T key. The last two buttons are the guard buttons, and I will show you how they work later in the tutorial. Now on to Section 4. Section 4 is the AWS, which I won't explain again, but for context, this is where it is in the GUI. Now on with actually driving. Once you join the game and you're in the main menu, you press the play button and then select the driver role. Now select an operator. In this case, I'll be choosing Connect and selecting the class 357 as my train. Now we'll select the Stratford Victoria to Airport Central route and press Drive. Now we have the depot selection. The depots are the highlighted text, and the arrow beside them tells you where to go. I'm going to select Beachley Sidings, and when I spawn in, this is what I look like when I'm spawned. Right now, I'm going to be driving to my next stop, which is Financial Quarter. As you can see, my speed limit is currently 30 miles an hour, but it'll change to 45 once I leave the depot. I'm going to start by holding W until my throttle is about 30% of the way full, so I can stay at 30 miles per hour. As you play more, you'll get a better feel for the throttle positions for different speeds. I just responded to an AWS alarm by pressing Q, and now I'm going to speed up to 45 miles an hour as my speed limit has changed. There we go, another AWS alarm responded to. And I'm now going to cut to when I'm approaching Financial Quarter. I'm now approaching Financial Quarter, so I'm going to start slowing down to about 35 miles an hour as I approach the platform. I'm now going to attempt to stop at the S marker on the platform as there is no 3-4 marker, or no 4-car marker for my train. I'm going to go slow until right before my car marker, and then I'm going to stop. Now I'm going to open my doors and let the passengers load. As you can see, my doors have opened and this blue bar has appeared on my screen. Now that the loading is over, I'm going to close my doors, and that's it for driving to this station. Some other things to note are when you have a dispatcher or guard on the platform, you will need to let them do their duties before you can depart. Another thing is, if a dispatcher doesn't dispatch you right away, it might be because there's another train with a higher priority that gets to leave first. Also, if a guard decides to guard your train, then you will need to click on the guard button and press accept. When you have a guard on board and you stop at a station, then you'll have to enable doors by pressing T. Then at the end of the procedure, you will have to buzz the guard by also pressing T. If you would like more information, then you can consult the SCR unofficial wiki, link in the description, or the in-game driving guide for more information. I hope this video helped, and good luck out there.